Today is a special day because today I'm going to build a car that flies. With the recent launch of our new channel, Drive On, which is basically like flight test but with surface vehicles, I figured why not take two hobbies and smash them in one. A lot of you guys might remember a while back I did a project DIY sky cart.
Oh yeah, dude.
So I have limited experience with flying cars, but today I'd like to make it look even more like a car and less like a pizza box. I found a lot of really good inspiration on RC groups of some guys that have done some awesome car builds in the past. I'm going to base this whole project off of the car from Harry Potter. I think it was Harry Potter 2. They were flying around in a old school Ford Anglia. Anglia? I don't know how you say it. So I took a basic 3 view of that car, brought it into Illustrator, kind of did some drawings with the pen tool there, and I got them right here. We're gonna go get the laser cutter fired up and we're gonna cut them out. I have a feeling that this car is going to fly similarly to a nutball. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with what an RC nutball is, it's basically a circular plane with a rudder on the back, motor on the front, and it flies through the air at a high alpha attitude, basically meaning nose high, very slow airspeed, and it has very unique flight characteristics.
Oh, dang!
All right, so before we get any further into this build, I wanted to take this time to thank the sponsor for this video who actually makes projects like these possible, and that is SimpliSafe. If you guys aren't familiar, SimpliSafe is an easy to use DIY home security solution. SimpliSafe is monitored by professionals 24/7, so around the clock. Now all of the devices here, we have a wireless camera, we have things like door sensors, water sensors, glass shattering sensors. They are basically plug and play. So you don't need to pay anybody expensive fees to come by and set these sensors up at your house, and they interface very easily with an easy to use app that you can download from the App Store. And what that allows you to do is monitor your home and all of your sensors from anywhere on the go, as long as you have cell coverage or Wi-Fi. It even has a little keyless entry key fob similar to what cars have, but it's for your house. Another great thing about SimpliSafe is it is equipped for the worst case scenario. So if you lose power, if you lose Wi-Fi, it is still going to work. It has built-in onboard batteries, so even in the worst case scenarios, it's still going to work. Very recently, I actually bought my first house, and it wasn't until I became a homeowner myself that I even gave home security a thought. I always assumed that home security like this was well out of my budget, but I was surprised to find that SimpliSafe has fair and honest pricing that's also affordable even for me. And my favorite thing about it is there's no contract, so you can cancel it at any time. So again, we want to thank SimpliSafe for making projects like this possible. I'm going to fly a car, and it's because of companies like SimpliSafe. So do us a favor and check out the link simplisafe.com/flight test to learn more information about SimpliSafe home security. I'm going to lock up shop.
SimpliSafe on.
And we're going to get back to building. Let's go. I got my pieces here. Check this out. Ooh. Paper cut. Before I was even done cutting it out, I already made revision number 1. I have the side of the body right here, which looks pretty good. This is gonna be the inner structure, so this is gonna be the width of the car. And just by looking at it, I can already tell that it's not wide enough. Being so narrow and long, it's going to make it very unstable. It's gonna be unstable regardless. So what I did to help is I gave it a little bit more surface area, and I went with the wide body in hopes that it's gonna give me better flight characteristics. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing here as per usual, but we're in this together, and I'm gonna start gluing it together and see what happens. Let's go. Hey, Stephen! 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 Come here!
Dude, you don't even ask nice. You don't even say please. All you do is just yell at me. See, I told you, you can make a car if you just put your mind to it.
What do you prefer?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I prefer the wide body.
This is the wide body, actually, but I narrowed it up. So here's the original wide body. What I found is that the curves on the wide body aren't conducive of one, building things, but also these are basically vertical stabilizers here on the outside.
Yeah.
I wasn't thrilled about the idea of that being my vertical stabilizer and being curved, so
okay.
I straightened it so it's a straight up box, as you can see. But there's really nothing to it. I'm not trying to spin this. It does look a lot more substantial on camera than it is in person, but as you can see, there ain't nothing to this car.
It's rudimentary.
This is proof of concept. I'm gonna slap some electronics on here and just kind of take her for a test spin to see what a flying car even feels like.
Yeah. How are you gonna mount a motor? What's your plan? You're just gonna do regular
Mini quad motor, slap it on there with a piece of glue and some wood and
nice wooden?
just go for it. I'm gonna get back to work. We're gonna get some electronics hopping in here. We're gonna glue them on there and then I'm just gonna chuck it. Depending on how the flight goes, then we will come back to the drawing board. These wheels are just glued on there, so it's not gonna be doing any ground taxiing. You guys know me, I like to taxi my car, so I'm gonna get some working wheels. We'll see what happens, but one thing at a time. Electronics is first. Let's get to work. We're going with a nose heavy CG here. I mean, I don't know what's going on here, but like, if anything, this might actually be a little bit tail heavy. I'm not sure. It's balancing about right here, right at the windshield. And I don't know if flying cars, if typically the CG is right around the windshield, but this one seems to be the case. I have a feeling it might need more nose weight. Right now we're running it off of a 850 3-cell battery, which I haven't even tested the power yet. Okay. Yeah, it feels pretty good.
Feels good.
Sounds nice,
yeah,
too.
Sounds
dude.
real nice.
So we're using the FT Radio 2205. It's been a staple of our content lately just because it's such a solid motor. Cool thing about mini quad motors is you can use a mini quad prop. The nice thing about mini quad props is they're basically indestructible. On the back here, you can see I got Elevon setup. Not only do you have up and down, you also have left and right, but it also mixes those in together. So if I want to go down and to the right, it's like that, and up and to the left is like that. It's a mix. Elevon mix, that's what that's called. It's basically elevator and aileron mixed into one stick, which is super nice. Concerns, I have a couple of them. Typically nut balls, they fly off of rudder and elevator. This is flying off of aileron and elevator, which theoretically should work. Personally, with my history, I haven't had a lot of luck with Elevons and nut balls. Without further ado,
Let's go chucker.
I think it's time. Nice thing about today's weather, one of the only nice things is there's like no wind. I don't feel any wind right now.
So what's your plan to launch? You just gonna sidewind it, or are you gonna like?
Sidewinder, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna give her a lot of nose up trim in hopes that that's a good idea. We'll see what happens. All right, here we go.
Yes, get it. All right, dude. You got it.
Oh my
You
God.
got it.
Whoa, she's
Whoa, easy there, buddy.
She's pitchy, dude. I'm trying to get her trimmed down. She's really fast, but it's everything and then some that I was hoping for. Oh my gosh.
You can't even tell what it is.
It
It's
looks
just
like
a crazy car, dude.
Quiet. It looks like, oh, here comes a little.
Yes.
So good. I couldn't be more happy with that. I thought for sure that wasn't gonna work. Proof of concept's there, so like I think that we can definitely, ooh. Now it's time to take this to the next level. So the next thing I need to figure out is I need to make the wheels turn. So rolly wheels, what it's gonna make for a plane that, or a car that's equally fun in the sky as it is on the ground, which is right up my alley. You can just flight test and drive on all at the same time. And other than that, paint job, and we're basically Harry Potter, y'all. All right, so to say that I'm happy with the first test would be definitely an understatement. I got a new drawn out version 2. So what I've done here is I've added these slits to the side, and I've added these little tabs to the side of the main plank, the wing, or whatever you want to call it. What that's going to allow me to do is not only line it up perfectly, rather than eyeballing it, which is what I did last time, and then it's really going to help you when you go to glue to make sure that it's not only straight, but also symmetrical on both sides, because I have a feeling, even though it flew surprisingly really well, it was a little cockeyed at times, and I think it was just because most of the stuff that I glued on here was all eyeballed. I also added some wheel wells, so I'm gonna be able to fit a little bit larger wheels in, because this time we're gonna have actual working rolling wheels. We're just using foam board for everything. So we got tons of circles, glue them together, you got a wheel. It's as easy as that, and we're gonna get building. Check it out, dude. It's my car. It's my car. I know I said I shouldn't change much because it flew so good, but I changed quite a bit. I added the hood, as you see here. I also added a trunk section to give it more dimension. I just feel like it's going to give it a better presence when it's in the air. We have a proper motor mount on there now, not just a stack of foam scraps. I wanted to put a steering mechanism on the wheels, but I decided to keep it simple and steer away from that. This is the most proud part of my project so far. Look at back here, if you would draw your attention right there. Not only do we have the same old flappers, but we also got
you got rudder.
So we got rudder. My calculations are correct, which I didn't do any calculations at all. I give it a little rudder and throttle. Hopefully it's gonna spin around. Let's see. Okay, so it did turn. Let's see. We might need a bigger racetrack.
Or you might just need more throttle.
Is that what you think?
More airflow means more.
Yeah, I don't think the throttle is what we
You're right.
need.
I don't think it's throttle. Now in the air, it'll be nice.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna fly it until it's done being painted. I wanna get it to flying state, give it a nice paint job, and then for better or for worse, we're gonna take it into the sky. My good buddy Josh heard that I was giving up on my hopes and dreams of making my car operate and steer on the ground. And not only did he give me some words of encouragement, but he also gave me a couple tips that I think might help. So what we have here,
Oh man.
secret hidden steering tail wheel to go with our secret hidden rudder. And so what that's gonna allow you to do is boom, and it's actually not sitting on these wheels even though it looks like it is, it's actually sitting on the little rudder here. And so let's see, let's just see. Let's just see.
Drift Kings, dude, Drift Kings.
That's how I look in the snowy Ohio winter days with the Tokyo Drift Master.
Yeah, dude. Doing donuts, baby. Oh.
All right, sorry, she got a 5-star crash rating. Josh, thank you for the tip and the encouragement to not give up on my dreams. So yeah, now we're gonna paint it, then we're gonna fly it. Let's go. These wheels I'm going for silver hubcap on the inside, black tire on the outside. So Alex Zavada's quick and dirty painting tips. We're gonna start by painting the inside. We're gonna let that dry. Okay, once the gray is kind of dry, we're gonna take these insert pieces that were left over from making these wheels in the first place, and we're just gonna put them on in there, just like that. Then you take your black, matte black, my personal favorite color in the world, and then you spray your tires. And that's been Alex Zavada's Quick and Dirty Painting Tips 2019. Thanks for tuning in. Without the drying time, probably combined, I probably had about 20 minutes into this paint job. And overall, I'm pretty happy. This is definitely like one of my favorite colors. Blue, specifically sky blue, baby blue. There's two things that are gonna give it a little bit more detail. One of which is the wheels. Here are my wheels, and see how this worked. Not bad. So as you can see here, it definitely gives it a little bit more pop. And now for my final quick and dirty painting technique, I always like to say if it's not broke, don't try to fix it. And if it's the right color, don't try to paint it. Because the only other color on this car is white. I got white foam board underneath here. Boom. Look at that. Harry Potter car. That looks fantastic. There's only one thing left to do. Let's go outside, we're gonna fly it. We have a beautiful dusting of snow here in Ohio. A little bit sporadic wind coming right over the building, so it's nice and turbulent. Should make things interesting. I have a couple concerns because it flew honestly pretty good last time, but I've changed a lot.
Yep.
I shouldn't have done that. I should have just left it the same and painted it, but I added the hood, I added the trunk, I added a rudder, I added a heavier battery to compensate for the tail weight, I added a tail wheel.
So you exactly changed every single
quite
bit
a
about
bit
it.
different. So, but it looks
awesome.
It looks way better.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Harry Potter would be jealous.
Would he
of
cruise
that
in
car.
this?
He would cruise in that car.
Alrighty, you ready?
Dude, let's chug it.
Take one.
Here we go. Get in the air, Mr. Car. Yep. Oh. Hey.
okay.
It was coming at me,
It was pitching up. The more throttle I gave it, the more it would pitch up.
Okay.
Let's try that again.
What do you think the issue is here, sir?
All right. So what I just did there is I switched my approach. I'm going back to full-on elevons, and I took my rudder out. So the rudder is still in there, but it's just fixed. It's not going to be moving. And the reason why I did that is because the rudder was preventing these guys from having their full deflection. See how they would go up and hit the rudder? Now, hopefully, it's going to be a little bit more responsible. Take two, without a rudder. Oh, it's way better, dude. It really has. So I'm thinking what happened is the hood is basically like an extra wing, so it's like a biplane.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's causing it to pitch up so much. I'm really basically flying it off throttle.
Yeah.
Because the elevator is not really doing much. I'm just pushing full. Oh!
What happened? When you went over yourself?
I took my eyes off it for 1 second, and that's what happened. Look at this. She's honestly not bad.
No.
It looks like it's been in the Whomping Willow.
Minimal repairs and she'll be back there, but I do want to try something while she's in disarray. I just want to see if my theory is correct. This is what it's all about in the hobby.
Yeah.
Failing like me. No, it actually is a big part of the hobby, and when you crash and when you have failures, that's the time that you got to learn. And so what I'm thinking is this hood on the front was basically just like another wing.
Yep.
And so it kept pitching up. Like you saw, I was pushing full down and the thing was still going up depending on my throttle setting. It basically just pile drived into the ground full speed.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna try it without the hood again. This is back
Right
to
now, without fixing it?
Yeah, in hopes that we can get a ground takeoff. So let's see. See how she handles here. All right, ready?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Yeah!
All right.
Oh man, that's fast! That was fast!
She sounds angry, boys.
That was a supercharged car. Watch out for the bull!
Dude, much better.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that my theory is correct. She still doesn't have the most control. She keeps turning to the left.
She wants to turn left.
There we go.
Oh, dude, she's got a bendy fender. Is that causing it to help? Or...
Yeah, no, she's turning more to the left now.
Oh yes, inverted.
Oh, the roof is coming off.
Oh no, it's coming apart. Yes, keep her in the air, dude.
This is a wild ride, dude.
Harry Potter's wild ride.
This is just like the movie, right?
It'll be a new ride at Universal Studios coming soon. Dude, look at you, dude. You saved it. Now you're just floating in the air. How's she feel, buddy?
She feels great. She's just.
I like
she
how you
loves-
haven't done anything but little circular patterns. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh! Okay, dude. Maddie!
Sorry.
This is fixable.
That's 5-10 minutes.
It's the beauty of hot glue and foam boards. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so. We're doing videos like this.
You didn't need that, dude. You didn't need that.